Hey y'all, in this video, black men explain why black women are the problem in the black community. Please comment in the comment section, like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel so I can get my numbers up. We are almost at 200 subscribers. Yay!
I
know he wanted to get a piece of the conversation.
Patriarchy.
What's going
on, man? Let me ask you a question, right? Destiny, you said you can't blame, I guess, the failures on the black community on black women. Is that what you said? Can you refresh that for me?
Yeah, I don't think you can't like blame all the failures of the black community on black women. I don't think that's fair.
What about blaming the majority?
I don't think that's fair either, especially when it comes to child making, because it takes two to tango. It's men and women.
Correct, right? But the thing is, if you're telling me that in certain parts of the world, as you said, they outnumber men 3-1, why would you not then, at least, I'm not saying blaming is going to do anything, but why would you not say that there's some responsibility for what it is that they're doing? Also,
because the question, wait, let me just answer that. Because the question is, why do they outnumber men 3-1? It's because a lot of the guys are getting locked up.
Okay, and I think that that is the man's fault as well, right?
Sure.
But in general, even outside of the men that are being locked up, there's 1 million more black women than there are black men, right? And in your earlier statements, you said that they were the backbone of the community. If you have a backbone of a community and the community is failing, then I think you have some ability to place responsibility on what you said that backbone was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they're not the backbone because women want to be the leaders of the black community, but that's essentially what's happened in a lot of these communities.
Tell that to the squad, that women don't want to be the leaders of the black community. It looks, as you said before, they're doing better in school. They're certainly making all the steps to become those leaders.
They do, because they have to, because black men have failed them.
Okay.
Because black men are looking back to legislation from 30 years ago saying Biden put drugs in my car, I had to carry a gun. Like, all of these communities that are being policed have just as, well, like we said earlier, there's more black women than black men in these communities. Black women aren't selling drugs, black women aren't killing each other in the streets, black women aren't, getting fucked with drugs like Biden made them to do it. So to say that black women are the fault because they're the backbones of these communities that are really rough to manage because black men have like fallen on themselves so much, I just think it's fair to say that, like, well, the problem is black women because they have to step up to try to manage these communities.
But it's, as you said before, it takes two to tango. So if you're why don't you share responsibility in that blame? I don't disagree with you, right? I personally think Biden's crime bill was very effective in terms of lowering crime. But what I'm saying is that if I go to a community and you make up the majority voter base, right? Also, another reason why I think that the blame should be at least somewhat at somebody's feet is because who's consuming most of that welfare spending?
Yeah, well, it would make sense if black women are, because black men run from their families, right? So of course,
no,
but also real quick, when you say, I just want to be really clear. Wait, you can answer that, and I just want to be really quick. I'm not going to say black women are blameless. I'm just saying that the responsibility should be shared. It's probably a 50-50 thing, because for every black man that stepped on a black woman after getting her pregnant, there's a black woman that fucked a black dude before getting married or deciding to use birth control, right? So I think there's equal blame there, but I wouldn't say that it's like most of it goes on black women. I said there's like 50-50.
Well, here's the thing. No, because you said something. We gotta clear that up. Black men do not run from their families. That is a total misnomer, and that is that is something that has been pushed for a very long time, and it is not accurate. As I stated before, when you go back to the 70s, you start to see black men leaving the households for numerous reasons. It wasn't just because they just decided, oh, you know what, I don't want to be a father. That's not true. They actually came out with a study, and the CDC numbers disproved that. So let's
wait. CDC numbers disproved what? The black household having single moms is not like a myth.
No, I didn't say that. What I'm talking about is nowadays black fathers are actually in their children's lives more than any other demographic, even if they're not in the household. So
no,
if we're talking
come on,
about,
that's not true.
Go look it up.
I have looked it up. I know exactly
CDC.
I know exactly the
CDC.
fucking PDF. Yeah, what they do is they do a whole bunch of like really clever number games to basically try to say that. I remember reading this thing, like truth about black fatherhood, and then it goes into stereotypes of black fathers. What they try to say is that like of the fathers that are absent in their child's lives, black fathers tend to be more involved than the other people that are uninvolved in their children's lives. But as a whole, for like whose fathers are more involved in their children's lives, lives, the black community is the worst. Now, of the ones that are uninvolved, maybe the uninvolved, or maybe the black fathers that are out of the household are a bit better than like the white and the Asian and Indian and the Indian fathers that are out of the household. But as a whole, well, wait, hold on. You can't tell me that like it's so wait real quick. Let me just finish real quick. You can't tell me in one breath that I look around and I see all women are having children because I've got two friends that told me this for welfare, and then in the next breath say, well, I'm going to cite this like very esoteric analysis to prove that black men are just as involved with their children as everybody else, when everybody in the United States knows that's not true.
Yes, I can, because look, okay, first of all, what everybody in the United States knows is true is a whole other story, especially considering the fact that you have an entire media system that has spent the past 70 years dogging black men, which is another reason why we're talking so much shit nowadays. This is the whole reason that channels like mine exist, to speak truth to power and tell what's really going on, as opposed to the narrative that's being pushed that black men are just sorry. First and foremost, it doesn't matter how many women are on welfare. It does not mean that the fathers are not in their lives. I was in my child's life, and my kid's mother still went and got welfare. So that's not true.
I do think that when you're talking about fathers running out, right, I do think that you're not really taking note of the court system, and they really don't have a choice when 90% of custody is going to be awarded to the woman.
Yeah, but that's because the women are the ones taking care of the kids. Black fathers, because we.
How do you know that?
Hold on. So let me just clearly state it. So you guys think that black fathers are being kept out of their child's lives because of the courts?
I think there are some. Right?
Okay, wait, hold on. Some. When you say some, like 40% or 1%? I need you to quantify that for me.
Well, I can quantify that 90% of custody is awarded to women.
Okay, and I can quantify that less than 48% of black women get child support because their baby daddies don't even pay it. So I'm asking you, when we have an epidemic of single mother black families, do you think that most of those black men are being kept out because of custody arguments with judges?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That's delusional. That's delusional.
But when you look at the ratio. When you literally have a system that will award a woman custody 90% of the time, you can't say every single time it was the man that didn't want to be there. The men don't have a choice when you know if you go into something, you're going to lose 90% of the time.
The reason why women are awarded custody most of the time is because women are usually the ones taking care of the kids.
It's by choice?
That's not true.
That's not true at
all.
all.
Of course. Wait, hold on. You're telling me, let me hear that. You think that men and women in the black community take care of children at home equally? That it's just as likely for the woman to work or the man to work, and both of them are just as likely to be taking care of the children?
What I'm saying is that the court system...
Let me say this. First of all, the women are not taking care of the children. Most of these children are wards of the state. They may as well be. The state is taking care of those children. The food stamps is feeding them. Section 8 in public housing is putting a roof over their head. These women are not doing anything except presiding over these children. Not to mention the fact that there is an epidemic in the black community of children being abused. And if you go look up the stat on that, the majority of the time that they're being abused is when they're in the custody of their mothers. I just recently did a story about a mother who literally deleted her child, and when the police arrested her for it, she confessed. The reason why I did it is because she loved her daddy more. Literally, she confessed.
I can't.
This is not even my opinion.
Yeah, I can't argue with like the stories you give me. Like I can give you one story for every other story that you've got. I can't argue with that. If you think the majority of black men aren't in their households of their children because of like judges, I don't like. You could never give that. No, there's no stat. There's no way you could ever spread. That's just an insane.
What I can do is I can look at where custody is being awarded. I can look at where the welfare money is being distributed. Right. I can look at, so for example, even what you said earlier about women getting houses, I can look up something as simple as Section 8 vouchers. You're making it seem like these women are just, that they just had to do this hard job of taking care of their child. If it wasn't for Section 8 welfare, food stamps, and a court system, you don't know what would happen.
Well, yeah, because working and taking care of a kid at the same time is not possible. You need help. You can't do that as a single parent. So when you say, where is the welfare money going? Probably going to the people that have the child, which is going to be the mothers, of course. But Section 8 and food stamps is not...
Who's giving the mother the child?
I mean, both of them are, right?
We just said that the court system 90% of the time gives the child to who?
Why do you think 90% of the time the mother is getting the child?
Because I think our court system has a bias towards giving children to women and ruling against men.